Welcome along to something a little bit different today. Obviously, we're waiting for FM25 to come out. Will it come out in March? Who knows? But we are waiting with bated breath. And obviously on this channel, I'm playing the console version of FM24. And I've got Sarah, my Brazilian team, in the Premier League. So if you've not watched any of those, go and watch the series. It's quite good fun. We're up to about, I don't know, is it episode 25, 26 at the moment? But yeah, I've seen one or two content creators do Q&As, and I thought, that looks quite fun. I don't have any questions, though, because I don't really have any. Well, I have one or two people who comment, but I don't have too many people. So questions, the questions I'm just going to make up, and the answers will be, you know, true to life. So, okay, if you didn't know, I'm 72 years old. I know, I'm an old man. And I did have one comment months ago saying, are you not a bit too old to be playing this? I don't know, maybe I am. But I started computer gaming a little bit late, I suppose, early 50s. And I was watching my son playing a computer game called World of Warcraft. It had only just come out. And he said, oh, look at this, Dad. You know, these people running about. It's like an open world thing. And they're like real players. And I thought, that looks all right. Anyway, cut a long story short, I started playing it. All of my family, my daughter started playing it as well. And we formed little groups. And, you know, I was a caster. My son usually was a tank. And, you know, my daughter was like a range. If you don't know World of Warcraft, it probably means nothing to you, this. But I actually, you know, because I'd never really played computer games as such. I'd played Championship Manager in my, like, I don't know, well, early doors basically. But I'd found it really difficult, and most of the time I put it in the bin and I just couldn't play it at all, Championship Manager. So I kind of counted myself out of computer games, which really was a silly thing to do because it's a great pastime. And now I'm retired, obviously I'm playing Football Manager and, well, doing okay with it actually. So yeah, back to World of Warcraft, and I really got stuck into it. And then, of course, from there, I thought, well, okay, World of Warcraft, what about, you know, so I bought myself a PS4, started playing one or two games on there. Bought a PS5, started playing one or two games on there. I mean, recently, well, over the last few years, I played all of the Watch Dogs franchise, the Horizon franchise, Tomb Raider. I've played a lot of the Tomb Raider games, God of War. The only game I've not completed, and I will hold my hands up to this one, is God of War. That final, I've not played Ragnarok because I couldn't complete the first game, but that final thing where you're going up that mountain, I couldn't do it at all. It defeated me. But anyway, not, you know, like I say, I am a very avid gamer now. And okay, I'm 72, but I absolutely love it. And it's brilliant. It keeps your mind active. Certainly this channel definitely keeps your mind active. And I'm going to put a few little videos in here now of my setup. The setup that I have a 3-monitor setup. I have a top-of-the-range video camera to video these things with. I have lighting and all of that kind of thing. And I use OBS. I've taught myself to use that. I used to be a computer engineer in a former life, so there will be a shot in there of the PC that I built. Yeah, I built a gaming PC from scratch, basically. So all of that thing, kind of thing, when you're retired, keeps your mind very active, and I love doing it. You know, one of my hobbies is creating videos, and my grandsons are in a football team, and I'm the photographer and videographer for that. And I make, you know, I make videos of the games and the goals that are scored. My granddaughter's dance, I was the photographer and videographer for the dance school. So again, you know, and they're all great things to look back on, but absolutely love doing it. It's a brilliant pastime. So how did I end up with Football Manager, I hear you ask? Well, COVID really was the thing. I basically retired in COVID because I was a self-employed computer engineer, and obviously I had quite a good customer base, but when COVID hit, I couldn't do anything, and I just thought, you know what, maybe it's time to take early retirement, and I did. So I was sat there, nothing to do, scrolling through YouTube, and I basically found Lelujo. If you've not watched Lelujo, he's a very good content creator playing Football Manager. And I really got hooked on his series, because he did a lot of play-alongs, you know, where he starts off with, I don't know, Barrow FC and then moves up through the leagues, gets another job and ends up winning the Champions League with Chelsea or something like that, you know, gets promoted, this, that and the other. And I thought, you know what, this looks fascinating. And I can make videos. I know how to do it. I mean, at the beginning, I must admit, it was a bit ropey. I'm a lot better. Well, I think I'm a lot better now. But anyway, so I was watching this and I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a go at this. But it's Football Manager. It's the extension of Championship Manager. And I couldn't play Championship Manager to save my life. Okay, I ordered it. I put it on. I played it for a couple of hours. And I thought, you know what? I can't play this. Stuck it in the bin. And I went to bed, had a think about it, and thought, you know what? Let's just try something else. Watched a bit more Lujo. Watched how he played. Fished it out of the bin. Put it back in again. Another couple of hours. Nah, still can't play this. But anyway, cut a long story short, eventually I did start to improve at the game. And Football Manager it was a PC version I was playing. Football Manager on the PC is a very complex game. There's a lot of backstory to it. There's a lot of data. In Football Manager on the PC, you can go into it in so much depth. And I think that's where I was missing the point. You know, you can't just put the game in and play it. You can't do that. It's the same with the console version. You have to watch tutorials on what to do, what not to do. Things that will work, things that won't work. You have to watch tutorials, and I did a lot of that. But eventually, I got to playing the game, and I got to a level where I thought, you know what? I could actually make YouTube videos out of this. And that's what I did. I started making YouTube videos, and my initial channel, which was called the GOBBY GAFFER. Okay, little explanation. Well, I just thought, GOBBY GAFFER, it's 2 G's. If what a logo, it's easy to, you know, GOBBY GAFFER, it rolls off the tongue. Why the GOBBY GAFFER? Well, the gaffer is the manager of a football team. We all know that in this country. Most of the players will call the boss the gaffer. And a gobby, well, if you don't know, I'm extremely gobby. Too much sometimes, some people would say, because I do put my foot in my mouth sometimes. But I am very gobby. And I mean, therein lies another thing, is not everybody can do what content creators do. And I watch a lot of content creators myself, not just football, all kinds of things. And you scroll through the comments, and there's some real knuckle draggers and buffoons out there who criticise things. And believe me, this is not an easy job. It's not an easy job. To sit yourself in front of a camera and just talk. What I'm doing now, I've not scripted. None of this is scripted. I'm just talking off the top of my head. Things are just popping into my head constantly, and it's like, oh, that's the next thing to talk. You've got to have a presence in front of the camera. And if you can't do that, then you're not going to be successful, because people won't watch it. You've got to be a bit funny, a bit amusing, have a bit of a character to yourself. So the GOBBY GAFFER, it was something that I created, and I thought, you know what, I'll call the channel the GOBBY GAFFER. It wasn't the greatest idea, to be honest, because this channel is called Football Manager Console 2024. So it does what it says on the tin, and you learn as you go along. The GOBBY GAFFER channel shouldn't really have been called that, but anyway, it is. I mean, if you're into watching the PC version of FM24, then go over. I've started another save on there where I've got Manchester City. I've used a pre-game editor, relegated them into the Championship. So that's quite it's not a fun save, because if you don't know, spoiler, I'm a Manchester City fan. I don't want that to happen in real life. But anyway, it's a fantasy save, let's put it that way. So as per usual, don't want to make this video too long. You find that War and Peace videos don't do well because people just switch off. So I just thought of something a little bit different today. And it's, I don't know, 1 or 2 people who are watching who don't comment. Maybe they've been thinking, well, who is he? Where's he from? I'm from Preston in Lancashire. How old is he? Why is he doing this? When did he start playing computer games? What sort of gear has he got? Well, all of that's been answered in today's video. Well, hopefully. if you want to see any more of this, then just put it down in the comments. And well, I'm not called Gobby for nothing. I will waffle on for England. And if you watched any of my saves, well, you will know that. Yeah, I can talk for England. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up now, but just a little bit of something different. We will be back. The next episode, we'll be back with Sarah in the Premier League. And, well, hopefully we'll have more Champions League games to play. And quite fun they are too. Well, they are if you win them. I mean, the object is to win the Champions League, because I've already won the Premier League, and that wasn't particularly easy. Okay, I'm doing it again. Sometimes you have to say to me, shut up, because I will talk for England. We'll see you in the next episode with some football, I promise.